research, I've been able to discover that women have a higher percentage when it comes to the issue of knowing their self-worth and defining their self-esteem. The Self-Worth Theory by Covington, 2009, suggested that individuals will strive to give their lives meaning by pursuing the approval of others, which means that they believe their self-worth is by being accepted, appreciated, and valued by others, by the value they've added to themselves and onto everyone around them. But in our world today, how exactly is self-worth and self-esteem measured? Many of us are made in different shapes, sizes, and colors, and therefore some of us feel bad when we are not in one shape, size, or color. Your physical features in no way determines your worth or value. We have so many physically endowed ladies out there, yet no brains, ideas, level of intelligence, gifts, purpose, or knowledge. While we have so many physically not endowed ladies, yet with so much brain and wisdom. But really, should one's endowment or self-worth be measured by our physical features? No. No. And no. I am slim. I am not busty. I am not endowed with all the physical features like big butts and figure eights. But I am beautiful and perfect, just the way I am. And because God made me the way I am, for His purpose and for my purpose. So many people have also tried to talk me down by saying one thing or the other about my physical feature, telling me of how slim I am, how flat my butt is, how I have no hips, and so on. But why do I not let all of this get to me? Because I have come to have an understanding that my self-worth and value is way beyond what I possess physically or what my physical features have to offer. The reason why so many of us see our issues is because we still allow people to determine our self-worth by what we possess physically. We make them determine our self-worth by our big bust, our big butt, or our wide hips. It is not all about what you possess physically. There is more to you beyond your physical features. And until we realize this, many of us will keep doing so many wrong things, and so many people are already doing them. So many people are now engaging in surgeries to enlarge or increase something about them, to either enlarge or reduce one part of their body or the other. So many are now using enlargement and reduction cream, oil, and the rest because they believe people will only appreciate and accept them based on their physical feature. Until you realize that you being accepted and appreciated or valued is way beyond what you possess physically, then you will keep on trying to please others with your physical features and doing so many wrong things. What really do we understand by self-worth and self-esteem? Most times, people also define self-worth to mean self-value. Self-worth can simply be defined as the worth or value you place on yourself, that you are able to know what is acceptable or not acceptable to you. It is consciously defining what exactly you want and going for it, rather than accepting or taking just anything that comes your way. While self-esteem is the confidence in one's ability, worth, or value. Self-esteem and self-worth are two words that work together. They work hand in hand. How exactly do I mean? Until you are able to discover, define, and know your worth and value, then there is nothing really to have confidence in. So until you find your worth and your value, there is no self-esteem. No wonder we have so many people around the world that still suffer from low self-esteem, because many of them have failed to realize or come to the understanding of their worth or value. They still believe one thing or the other defines them, probably their physical features, and when they don't meet up to standard, they begin to feel low or bad about themselves. What does value really mean? Value is the importance, worth, or usefulness of something, which means for you to be valuable to a person, you must have placed yourself in a position of usefulness and importance to the person. When I say my wristwatch is valuable to me, it means it is very, very important and valuable, and it has a vital role it is fulfilling in my life. So for you to be valuable, you need to continually place yourself in a place of importance, that people feel it when we are not around, that people value you even in your absence, and not just when they see you physically. Your physical feature, which is your body, is just a container carrying the real content, carrying the real value on the inside. Your physical body is just like a jewelry box carrying the real gold. Your physical body is just a container carrying the real you. So there's a you in you way beyond your physical features.
Self-worth theory of motivation says an individual's tendency to protect their self or self-worth as a motive of avoiding failure and hence approaching success.
This theory tries to explain the fact that everyone is pursuing success and avoiding failure, because they believe that when they succeed, people will appreciate, accept, value, and commend them. But when they fail, people will probably look down on them. So the theory of self-worth motivation tries to explain to us that people are motivated for success and try to avoid failure as much as possible. So the earlier the better, you know that your physical feature and assets may depreciate with age and time, but your internal feature can appreciate with age and time. How? When you keep adding value to yourself daily, your inner man is built and is more valued. But the more you grow older, your physical feature may depreciate. So does it mean that when you grow old or something happens to you physically, there's nothing to be appreciated about? There's nothing people will see to value or appreciate or accept about you? So your acceptance or people appreciating you or accepting you is way beyond your physical assets. Guess what? Do you know that your inner value has a way of reflecting to your physical feature? How, you might be asking? Look around and do a research on so many people around us who add value to us one way or the other, and really look at their physical feature. There's nothing really special or spectacular about so many of them, but because of the extent to which they've been able to add value one way or the other to those around them, everything about them, including their physique, whether something is wrong or not, is being appreciated and accepted about them. So whether your physical feature is this or that, as long as your value on the inside is worth appreciating, then everything about you will be accepted and appreciated by those around you. So don't wait to just make your physical features better when your inner man is suffering. The more you try to make your physical feature better and your inner man is suffering, then you are still valueless. Remember that beauty is vain, but a woman that pleases the Lord shall be praised. For a woman to have pleased the Lord, it means she must have been a woman of great impact, a woman who has impacted those around her or added value to everyone around her one way or the other, a woman who has left her footprint in the hearts and lives of so many around her. Remember the Proverbs 31 woman. Nothing about her physical features were mentioned, and yet too many words, value, and praises were given to her, which means your self-worth and value is way beyond your physical feature. The value, worth, or praise people will give to you. Yes, people can praise you physically, but it is way beyond that. Above all, the Bible says you are beautifully and wonderfully made, and you have been made in the image and likeness of God. If God thinks this about you, why are you so concerned about what men think about you? Why are you allowing their words get to you and make you feel down? Why are you allowing them make you develop or have low self-esteem? When they try to talk you down, look them in the face and tell them that you are way beyond what they think or see about you. Let them realize that your worth and your value is not just about what you possess physically. You need to appreciate yourself and remind yourself of who God and what God has called you to be. You need to look in the mirror daily to appreciate yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. Remind yourself of your worth and your value daily. And when you do this, each day you walk around not listening to what men think or say about you. I am beautiful. I am valuable. I am way beyond what everyone says or think about me.
And I love you. Do you really love you?